Ladies and gentlemen, I am Jimbo the Fuzzy, and welcome back to Sid Meier's Civilization 5. When we left off, we were about to choose a new technology. And there are a number of options available to us, each with its own advantages and disadvantages. First off, we have bronze working, and I'm starting at the bottom here. It reveals iron and lets us remove jungle off tiles. Also lets us build the statue of Zeus if we were to unlock the honor tree. And barracks. It gives us so we can start our units off with 15 experience points, which in this case is equal of killing 3 barbarians or doing 3 fights. Very, very useful. So you're going to start them off at level with a free promotion. Second, we have access to archery. Well, I should say bronze working also unlocks iron working, which gives us access to swordsmen. Frontline, this is the upgrade to our melee units, almost doubles their combat strength. Very useful. Not to mention the heroic epic is available if we have a barracks in every city. And it gives a free... This is really useful. Yes, it's a national wonder, which means every empire can get it. But it gives plus 15% combat strength to every newly trained non-air unit in the city. So you want to figure out where you're going to put your... where you're going to be building your combat units, and then put this there. Also, the Colossus, really useful because more trade routes. The trade routes in this game are very limited, unlike Civilization 6. Next up, we have archery, which gives us access to archers, and archers are useful. Very useful. It also gives us access to the Temple of Artemis, which gives us plus 10% growth in all cities, which is just huge. Also gives us a great engineer point, which moves us towards free great engineers, although it costs something like 500 points for your first one, I think. Maybe I'm maybe wrong on that. It's been a while. And that unlocks access to the wheel, which gives us the ability to build roads or water mills. Water mills only work in cities next to rivers, but they give us bonus food and production, so. And the chariot archer. So, mobile unit, which we can upgrade into knights later on. Can also do trapping, which will give us access to the circus if we have an improved source of horses or ivory nearby, which means we built a pasture or a camp. I do not... Well, there's horses over here in Vancouver, near Vancouver's territory. There's horses up here if we go up this way. And I think we might, because this spot is really, really good. This general area. And 2, 3. I'm thinking right here is a good spot for a city if we grab it now. Also over here is a good spot, but barbarians. We need to do something about them. And then finally, if we're only going to have 4 cities, I'd like to put the 4th one up here. You need to be next to a mountain in order to build... Well, in order to get the observatory under astronomy, you need to have your city built next to a mountain. That gives you plus 50% science in the city. That applies after all other modifiers, like the library, which gives plus 1 science for every 2 citizens in the city. And there are a couple other buildings similar to the library. So, putting your city next to a mountain is... Mountains are good. Wait. Why did it say I have to put next to that mountain? Oh, next to the Fountain of Youth. Because... Fountain of Youth. Which would give me access to that wheat without Singapore being able to complain. That's good. It's like I'm going for 2 very fast settlers, which... That's tricky. Okay. Can I purchase... I can purchase a warrior for most of my gold. That would let me come deal with this warrior sooner. And it would say... It would let me start getting experience for a warrior sooner. I am going to wake this guy up. And... start waiting every turn. The scout stays right here. Like this. Getting bronze working may be useful just to know where the iron is, so we have an idea of where we want to put our first city. Because we have 3 spots. Sailing doesn't matter to us right now because we are not on the coast, and we probably won't get on the coast for a while. When we clear out this barbarian encampment, we could put a city right here. But that's a city with almost no jungle tiles. 2 jungle tiles here and 1 jungle tile here. So, and that one's probably going to get lost to Vancouver. So that is not enough culture in order to be worthwhile. And Vancouver is, of course, having issues with barbarians. So if we kill barbarians near them, near their city, we get a bonus. So, bronze working just to see where the iron on the map is. No other reason than that. You can see it already had some of this blue bar filled in. That's because of the carryover from the previous tech. I had a few more points than I needed. Okay, 2 more turns on that warrior. And I forgot to buy my warrior. So, yeah, you... What's that brute down here? I bought this warrior, I could have cornered him and been fighting him on desert, which would have been good for me. Alright. Now where? But, yeah, well... Alrighty. This is good. First we're gonna attack you. You need 1 more turn. Now you are going to attack. Yes, I did suffer a 25% penalty for attacking across a river. I didn't care that much because it's a... I'm right here in my city territory, so I get the bonus to healing. And I'd already weakened him. So there's no way he can beat me because he also suffers that 20% combat strength. Alright. Now we're gonna fire at you. You're gonna get reduced to almost nothing. You are back close enough to full strength that I can send you right here. You captured something. Now I've got a warrior who just got promoted. Someone else got into the classical era. Which, And Shoshone went for Goddess of the Hunt, which is +1 food from camps. Alright. Now, where do we want to go? Well, we clearly want to kill this archer off. Barbarian worker, they probably claimed it from Monaco. Which... And Monaco has pearls and horses, neither of which are improved, though. However, they will give us culture if we become their friend or ally. So, that's very good. And we can just pay 200 gold to have them improve their resource, which is a very, very useful thing. Okay, so this unit, is going to get Shock 1. And he is going to move back into Rio de Janeiro's territory, which ends his turn. And this is the effect of having Drill 2. Look how much damage we're doing. We get a 40% bonus versus Barbarians, and a 30% bonus from having Drill level 2. 13.6 versus 5.8. 5 point coming from being in good terrain, and 20% from being fortified. But it doesn't matter. They are gone. Now, there are two things that could be true with this worker. One, it could be a worker captured from either Monaco or Budapest. Or two, it could be a worker or settler captured from Delhi or Walsankani. If it's a worker, I might return it. I don't know yet. Having a worker for free is huge. It's also why I wanted the warrior to defend our worker.
Here Hector entered, with a spear 11 cubits long in his hand. The bronze point gleamed in front of him, and was fastened to the shaft of the spear by a ring of gold.
Alright, now we can see iron. Where is iron? There is iron right there. 9 iron, which is a lot. Another 9 iron right there. Just outside the reach of Molzankani. And that's about it that we can see. I'm not gonna bother fighting these barbarians right now. But, yeah, putting our city right here, really huge idea. So this was a good idea to do. Now, we could go for ironworking. That will cost us a bit, yes. But it'll give us swordsmen, which will help us deal with the barbarians a lot faster and be a lot better for defense. Also archery. Though without a lot of... Well, there's that hill there, which makes archers a lot better in this general area. Are there any other hills? Not that I see. Okay. So not a lot of hills around, so archers aren't as useful, but they still are really useful. So... First off, I'm gonna kill this guy. Okay, Monaco. I can return it to them or taking it for myself as a worker. If I return it, I get 45 influence. And I think I'm going to return that unit. Because that's just... 45 influence is a lot. It gets me It gets me friendly with them, and that means I get more culture. But I'm doing fairly well on culture right now. So... Right, one thing about this is that every time you build a new city, or capture a city, so every city you own increases technology cost, and every city you own increases social policy costs. So, these are both going to go up non-stop as we found more cities. I really like the idea of getting friendship status with them, because with our... Actually, we'd get ally status, because... The reason we'd get ally status is because we could just completed a quest. And but it goes down at a rate of, I believe, 1 point per turn. So... 20 turns of being allies, 10, and then another 30 turns of being friends versus a worker. We do need a lot of culture. So having more culture from them will be valuable. At the same time, we also need to start improving a lot of tiles, which will also increase our culture indirectly, because it will increase the the income we get, which allows us to increase our culture. Really hard choice. Normally when I'm playing on the slower settings, I always return them because things go down more slowly, so I get more of a benefit. But you know how much culture we're getting? Oh. Why are we getting 11? Plus 3 from city-states. This will give us another plus 3 per turn. So we're only at we're only at 15 off of that. So that's if we're allied, we're going to get plus 6. And we're going to be allied for 30, 45, plus 5, that's 80. We're going to be allied, that's 120, plus another 30 turns as being friends, which is another... That's 2... Is a worker worth more than a social policy? Because that's what I'm going to be getting out of them. And I'm going to say no. A worker is not worth more than one social policy. So with this bar, we are now... Oh, we're at 100? That's even better. Now, I would like to mention patronage. Just unlocking it causes influence with them to degrade 25% slower than normal. So I'd lose 0.75 per turn instead of 1. What that means is that going from 60 down to 30 would take 40 turns instead of 30 turns, which is a very good thing. Again, I think there are religion-based things that can help you with that. But what this, if you complete patronage, rather than getting to buy great people with faith, any allied city-states you have will start gifting you great people now every few turns. And so this is all about building up influence and getting more bonuses from city-states. Really nice. Maybe we should get it, just, no. Not gonna start a new tree. Going to get the theocracy. Also, we were losing gold. Now we are not losing gold. Before I get that, I'm going to sell the monument I have in Rio. Because I have to pay upkeep on this. I would not have to pay upkeep on that one. So going down there gets me gold. It saves it. Oh, nets me. See, this guy's at 51. I'm gonna fortify until healed. Because he will get 9 HP off the final heal, and that's worthwhile. I'm gonna move to right here. Okay, maybe. What's your path to right here look like? Yeah, okay. That should be fine. And we never did get to that research. I was busy explaining all the good parts. But I think I was too busy looking at the map and how everything lays out. So, gonna do that now. At the moment, I think... Yeah, Poinsettia right here is first. I think the first thing we need to do is get... Gonna go for theology. Which is a pretty big risk, I'll say that much. Where are the Hanging Gardens? Pyramids. I don't want to try Stonehenge. I'm gonna go for archery. Get archers. Thank you very much. And with that, we've come to the end of this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I have been Jimbo the Fuzzy. Hope to see you again next time.